Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? So, our president, DJT, has confirmed that he is designating Antifa as a major terrorist organization. Yeah. George Soros and his left-wing brown shirts are under the microscope, finally. And it's time to shut down the left-wing insurrection. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. All right, you see this? So this is what our president put up on Truth Social. And it says, I am pleased to inform our many USA patriots that I am designating Antifa as a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster as a major terrorist organization. I will also be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa should be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention on this matter. No problem, DJT. No problem at all whatsoever. I am always here to, give you whatever you need. Okay. But it's not just Soros who funds these, morons. No, it's not. So, there's so many more that fund these idiots, But the question, okay, remains. I wonder if Antifa and their brotherly love, sisterly love, have digested what this really truly means. Okay, I'm serious. And I mean, really digested it. Let it digest, get all the air bubbles out, no agita, because their days of pulling their stunts are over. All right. They won't want to hear it, They're still going to stomp their feet, throw temper tantrums, like my 1.5-year-old granddaughter, I want it. It's mine, But it's true. For example, there will be no more violent protests at certain facilities, complete with lighting fires, graffiti, throwing rocks, blocking entrances to impede them from coming and going, assaulting officers, etc. And that's all a thing of the past, But gone are the days of the catch and release with the cashless bail applied by the local yokel, the Keystone cops who holds no one to account and work in coordination with local prosecutors and judges to essentially let everyone off the hook, to reoffend time and again and time and again. And the federal government can now, and I suspect, legit round everybody up bit by bit and charge them with federal charges. Try them in federal courts and then send them off to federal prisons. I don't know. I'm speculating, okay? But one does not come back from being designated as a domestic, and being tied to a certain domestic, outfit and live a normal, happy life. I mean, in short, being designated as such immediately involves the entire organization. Every single member being targeted by the FBI's counterterrorism division, it speaks volumes. Okay, all the math has changed. So good luck to you, all of the members of that organization. And I hope, good luck. I mean, holy cow. No more piles of bricks being left in the middle of the road with no construction site going on and wondering, what is that doing there? I don't know. The question will not remain. No more of these Chad sites popping up, or Chad, whatever the hell it was, in Seattle. you know, um, we're not going to have to worry about those wing nuts showing up anymore. It's going to be fantastic. But the thing is that you don't know, I don't know, if there's going to be a bitch branch. Okay, let's just call it that. You see, like when you have an MC, like a motorcycle club, you have what's called like the bitch group. Okay, they have like you have your bigger groups. Okay, and then you have the branch offs. Okay, so Antifa was the big group. Okay, that was like the big MC. Okay, so they were like the outlaws. Okay, but the outlaws, they have these branches. They're like the bitch branches. Okay, we don't know if there's any smaller bitch branches out there that are now going to come together. Hopefully, the FBI or some of these three-letter agencies will come together and say, now we got to look for these bitch branches, because that's exactly what they're called in, in like the circles or whatever. They, and there's not just one organization. They have, and they're strategically placed, and they go by different names. And I don't, I've never been a part of like these organizations or anything like that, but I have been a part of the um, the biker community, and I know how that works. And so when I said that they have like, it's like having a big tree and the branching out. Okay, you have like these bitch clubs. Okay, that's exactly what they're called. And they have like these, it's really hard to explain. Like you have like, okay, you'll have like the pagans, you'll have the outlaws, you'll have the warlocks, you'll have like all of the, you know what I mean, like all of these big organizations. And then they have like these bitch clubs that branch out, and they do like all the dirty type thing. Okay, and so Antifa, they're going to be disassembled in a way, but I'm sure of it that they have these bitch clubs. So hopefully the government catches on to that, because it's not over as much as we would like to think that it is. Yes, maybe gone are the days of the big, what's the word I'm looking for? Big, you know what I mean? Like with the bigger protests, like the big groups coming in, they're still going to have like eyes in the sky. They're still going to have like the eyes and the ears everywhere to report back. It's still going to happen, unfortunately. But hopefully you have Kash Patel, you have Marco Rubio, you have Trump, you have all of these guys who are smarter than hell than the regular average Joe, who will be able to disassemble all of this, hopefully. But I'm only going by the experience that I have in the biker community. And I know how that works from when I was in with that like 10 years ago. And because you don't honestly think that those bigger name clubs go out and do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? They got to keep their nose clean for, yeah. Anyway, all right, I will see you guys in the next one, okay? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fearless and God bless. Ciao.